Alrighty, I think we are good to get started. Thanks everyone for tuning in. It's October 19th, around 2 p.m. here in Chicago. My name is Elvin, also known as Epoxy. And today we're going to be starting off the League of Legends collegiate season off to a slightly late start. I think a lot of other esports titles have already started, but League traditionally, starts around early October. So today's game is Illinois Tech Division 2 versus Indiana University Bloomington, Intiana University Bloomington, as their team name goes. Um, so this season, the Division 2 teams playing at the Collegiate Star League, and so CSL, also known. And way CSL works is that they offer a ton of different types of leagues for different skill levels. So there's a collegiate league specifically for players that are for going to be participating in CLOL. CLOL being the official Riot event that starts in January. There's the Star League, which I guess you could kind of rename it to your Division 2. That also has a prize pool of its own. And then you've got the Open League, I believe is the name of it, which is open to all players, I think, that are under gold. So there's been a lot of restructuring going on within CSL. They've been a new logo change, and then a lot more money coming in. So in terms of information about the C Star League, I think that's all on their website. But from what I gather, I think that the first place for the Star League, so this league that Division 2 is playing in, it would have the ability to like win almost up to like 50K for their team, which is a pretty nice amount to have. So we're currently just in the lobby right now. Looks like both teams are kind of getting together. Hopefully we'll start the game soon. In the meantime, for IIT's roster, we've got I think they're in LCS order. So the Shy as top laner, Draco Legiendo for jungle, Plu mid lane, Zayn 80 bottom, and Protector as this Division 2 this year's captain, playing as support. And interestingly enough, almost all of these players have had prior collegiate experience. I think 4 out of the 5. The Shy being the only one I think that hasn't been in an official team yet. Draco and Poro came from the Division 1 roster from the 2018-2019 season, playing as jungle and support as well, same role, but with a new influx of talent, I guess, coming in this year for the roster for IIT. They got pushed to the Division 2, but it'll give maybe them with a little bit of veteran experience will hopefully be able to take the team pretty far this season. So we'll have to keep our eyes on that. Champ Select going to get started. As a note, there is an official rule to have a delay. So this stream already has a 3-minute delay, and then within Spectate, for those that are unfamiliar with watching League, for custom games, there's already a built-in 3-minute delay. At least from the past, I'm sure that's still applied. So custom tournament draft works in the same way as you see in the pro games. There's a first ban phase, then a pick phase, then a second ban phase, and then second pick phase. So IU, Indiana University, will be playing on the blue side, going with the Ari and Kane bans, taking out the mid and jungle picks. IIT responds with a Mundo, looking like that could be something focused for Speedy there up there in the top lane. The Zed ban coming out here, focusing on any assassin AD level 6 pops. Final bans coming out, Fiora for IU and Draven respectively for IIT. Looks like they're targeting maybe the one tricks, the mains for said players, if they've done their research well on OPGG. Echo going to be the first pick here for Indiana, looking like he's going to be taken to the mid lane. Kaisa strong ADC right now in the current world's meta. Going to be taken for IIT. Draco now hovering the team mode, offering a little bit of humor there, and then that will actually be rounding out IIT's bot lane likely with the Nautilus pick. Also, really good engage potential there. And yeah, we'll have to see, as the comp rounds itself out, is what will be the team composition focus. Is it going to be to protect the marksman carry? Is it going to be the dive potential? Taking out the Zed, taking out the pure damage from the Draven. Looks like they might be just confident in a 2v2 bot lane. Kaisa, with her mobility, will be able to get out of fights, but Nautilus has that Q range is always going to be deadly in the hands of a good support player. Lucian Braum going to be taken for the last first pick phase for IU, and that's always broken, especially the level 2. Any Braum's passive working very well with Lucian's double autos. And then Camille looking like we're going to be seeing that likely in the top lane. Could be flexed to jungle. I have seen those. I think I've seen Draco play Camille jungle before. So second ban phase going to come out now with IIT starting it off. And for those that are watching, anything that you hear with issues with sound or anything, feel free to let me know. This will be my first time casting League for the season, so I've been doing a lot of managing with all the panels and the sound levels, so it might be a little bit all over the place, but hopefully it's gonna be okay. Last ban for IIT coming in soon. It's going to be the Pantheon and Renekton. Looks like a top lane focus. The Rise taken out by IU here. One more ban will go through. Looking like they are keeping an eye out for their top laner. I think I have an OPGG somewhere. Looking like if they're focusing their top laner, that might be their highest ranked player. Yeah, taking a quick look, we see Speedy, top lane, Diamond 1, maining, Renekton, having a Dr. Mundo as well, looking like IIT. Also has a Jungle Mundo as well ban available, so they're taking that out of the picture. But they have a Grandmaster here, Teal in the jungle, so Echo Jungle can be flexed. Looking like IIT, though, is going to be going with the Aatrox top lane. Jack's going to be brought in here, so that's always going to have that hard split push potential. In terms of Aatrox Jack's matchups, though, we'll have to see how that goes. Last pick here from IU going to be looking like it's going to be the Syndra confirmed here. And then so that will leave IIT with their last pick onto the mid laner. Azir being hovered by Poro. Something that always to be watching out for, especially in Collegiate League, are the hover picks. So I don't think that'll happen for today's match, but some more often than not, teams don't actually have all the champions available on their accounts, so sometimes they'll have to communicate with the enemy team via chat about saying, hey, this pick is not actually it, we actually want this person, and making sure the enemy team accepts that, and then they reset the tournament draft phase to get the game started. So we got ourselves the match up. We've got Jax, Echo, Syndra, Lucian, Braum for IU there on the blue side, and then Aatrox, Camille, Victor, Kaisa, Nautilus in the bot lane. In the red side, Kaisa, Nautilus in the bot lane. Yeah, 2v2 matchup's going to be definitely potent to see what happens for the bot lane. Victor, Syndra, that matchup is just all about whoever they're going to always just be fighting from the back line consistently. Camille and Echo looks like they might be dictating the pace of this game. Camille with the ability to move all around the map with her E. Echo also with his E to be able to get over walls and whatnot. And then yeah, hopefully, I think there is a pretty decent rank disparity. I think the D2 team here this year is averaging maybe about a D4 high plat level, whereas you've got some pretty high diamonds and like 1 or 2 grand masters here for IU. So hoping that the early game phase, that laning phase, that mechanical prowess, IIT is able to withstand that. But with the when it comes to those 5v5s and it comes to that team coordination, IIT might be able to hold strong. So we've got the spectator delay. I'm going to take a quick break, and then when we get back, games will get started. Thanks, everyone. Alright, timer clicking down here to the final few seconds. Gonna do a quick couple of changes. So IU being on the blue side, I'll change the logos up a bit. Alright, this was the most recent logo I was able to find for IU. Apologies for that background, I didn't have time to change it, but should be okay. So as we're gonna get ourselves loaded up onto the Rift, yeah, things I definitely want to be keeping a close eye on will be definitely the level 2 coming in for level 2 bot lane. See who gets that first, who might be looking for to engage. Braum, QE will have the ability to block any of those autos, but if Nautilus is able to get that level 2 first with his all-in potential, Braum's going to be taking the brunt of that without the E. And then Camille with the clear, we're going to have to make sure we keep our eyes on there at the 3-minute mark if we're going to be seeing any potential for a engage. So, players loading up onto the Rift now. Gotta push up my screens, do things. Uh-oh. Got a pause already starting up onto the Rift with a client bug issue, it looks like. So, we'll hold tight here for a bit. But, yeah, let's see. I'll move some stuff around here. Alright. Happens all G. Oh, how you being understanding? Much appreciated. This is a little bit. I can move this logo up a bit while I wait. Just edit some of my pop panels and slides up. This black bar in the bottom is something new I'm trying out. Alright, sound I think is okay to go. And yeah, alright. We'll just hold tight until we see what happens, but I don't know if any of the players are in our arena now. I'm pretty sure the Division 1 and Division 2 teams seem to have had a history for just playing games in their own dormitories, so looks like everyone's ready, so games are going to get back. Champions are going to spawn onto the Rift. Animation's coming out as League of Legends celebrates their 10th anniversary. So I don't know if anyone else here in the chat was watching that stream, but I was raving in our Discord as I saw all of those games announced, the first-person shooter, the card game, the hint of an MMO. But looking like IU going to start off their routing right into as a 5-man ball, right into the jungle. Not going to actually be spotted. Camille looking like she might walk in. That takes a nice sidestep away from the Braum Q, and she'll be okay. Keeping our eyes on the Shy here. Looking like he's going to be able to make sure that nobody's going to come over for the red. Jack's moving himself to top lane, looking like as the camps spawn in about 20 seconds, Echo's going to be committing here to the red side. Camille looking like heading towards the blue. Aatrox might be looking to put down a ward just to keep that red buff in check. But yeah, alright, so both sides going to be starting near the bot. Kaisa finally getting herself to lane. Going to be missing a couple autos here, unfortunately. So it might affect a little bit of the timing. Hopefully not too much of a big deal for the level 2 and whatnot. But Camille should be okay. She's got the levels to keep her steady. Both teams coming out for a conservative entrance onto the lane. Kaisa gonna actually be able to get all 3 of them, so that's gonna help out for sure. Camille though, looking for a level 2 gank early, might be the first one. She is going to show and just dash right out of there. Still keeping ourselves up for this second wave here as they crashes here in the bot lane. These first 3 minions going to be falling. Looking like Lucian is going to be taking IU going to be having the advantage of the level 2, and yeah, there you go. They're not shy about going in when they have that. Nautilus unfortunately not able to get the level 2, so it's not going to help with the engage. Already chunked out a little bit there. Camille finishing up her red. She might be looking for a gank. There is a blue ward spotted there on the Krugs. Not spotted by me, not by IIT, of course, but Pink's going to be coming out likely. They're going to see that they're going to have an inkling of being able to track their junglers. They know IU has the vision. IIT just got a good feeling that the Echo's there finishing up the blue. Bot lane going to be pushed out here for IIT, but Poro not looking, could be worse. I think he'll be okay. And as we take a glance back out to the mid lane, we've got Victor doing alright on his own. Doing a good job with the wave clear. So gonna be hitting level 4 here first for IIT, getting a nice E, getting a nice tag there. The Shy here already pushing up pretty hard onto the top lane here, but Camille there with the safety is gonna have her be alright. Finishing up the Scuttle here. Echo looking like he's going to start his as, just now, so... in terms of pacing, Echo ahead, just, I think, by 1 camp? So, nothing yet to report, but the sub-Scuttle now finally be taken by Echo, but not really in a position for a gank. IIT still being pushed up relatively close to tower. Poro, I think, is the one that would be, yep, putting the ward all the way from around. That's always a tricky angle here. They're going to be able to spot out the Echo. Ping's coming out. IIT now knows the Shy here, with that in mind, might be looking for something, but he's already got pretty hefty wave being pushed up. So no, not too much action really from either side. Unfortunately, Kai'Sa already a little bit on a CS deficit, but the stun coming out here is going to be taken to Pearl pretty close. He's going to get that Q to get him out there, but yeah, IIT's got to be worried about that bot lane. Concentrate there back on the top lane. Nothing too much to report, just going to be important to make sure gets all to CS. Shy doing a pretty good job though with that. 5 CS advantage, and with this wave, it's going to be definitely showing a bit of an advantage here into the top lane here. Camille finally finishing up her walls. Echo with the finishing up the Krugs, now going to be giving him the most XP with the highest XP camp. It's going to be actually starting off with the Oracle Lens, always a good, not too bad to get a little bit of gold there. Able to spot it out, putting a control ward as well. So she's already backed. Echo, so with the advantage actually because he has not backed yet. So my mistake. Looking like they're looking for just trying to map where anyone is. Bot lane, they know that they're not around in the area. Fortunately, that gold's going to fall right into Grom's hands. And there you go, 30 gold right there in the bag. However, and I'm sorry, I didn't actually capture that. Looks like there was a big engage there with Victor and Syndra taking dangerously low, having to force himself to flash out. We'll have to make sure to see if he's going to have to use the TP to get himself back. But Kai'Sa now, still a little bit behind in the CS. Oh wait, I don't think that actually captures it. Aatrox go versus Jax. A little bit of back and forth. The wave pushing again in Aatrox's favor. Camille finishing up her products. Could have the potential for a gank coming out. No first blood yet as we hit the 6-minute mark. IIT starting to finally make a push here for their red wave. But the stun coming in all the way forces, and I don't think Poro intended to go for that connection, but like I said, Nautilus Q is nutty when it wants to be. TP here being used by Victor to get himself back to the lane. Going to have a bunch of items to help him out, but Syndra's going to be matching that with her TP as well. First indication going to be happening here for IIT, taking a lot of damage, and I don't think IIT had the vision for that, taking a quick rewind back. We see her clearing the ward. Pings coming out from IIT that Jax is missing. He's just going to be waiting to the bush, but as a selfish pathing happens, no sums available either, because I think Camille used it earlier in the mid lane. It's going to be first blood there for IU. First blood going to the Jax is going to definitely help him a little bit. But the Shy still being relentless in the pushing his lane as Jax's minions start coming up here, sending a little bit of a greeting there. IIT though with their first back, we've got the pickaxe, mana crystal, sapphire crystal there, and the dagger, a little bit of everything there. Fairy charm is interesting. I haven't seen that one before. But Aatrox is going to be level 7 here. He's still keeping our eyes on it though. Has the summer. It's not going to actually be using it over the wall. He's going to have to still go through the brush. Looking like they have this die potential here. Jax tanking it, gonna be able to get out okay, and then meanwhile in that 1v1 we saw the Syndra go against the Victor, just taking it every single ability down. Every single ability landing onto the Victor, and this game is quickly turning into IU's advantage here with these early kills. First turret plate likely going to fall here as Syndra is gonna get that chunk. 160 right there. Turret plate still holding strong for top lane. Bot lane about to fall for Darius, but Camille looking for something aggressive. She's going to be spotted out. That's too much. That's a selfish, I think, for the Camille to go there already at disadvantage, and IU looking like they're ready to call that. IIT not there to be able to assist, unfortunately. That's going to set her even further behind. Echo already level 6. The Camille, yeah, not at a state yet to look for a. For that kind of approach yet. Yeah, she's already a decent chunk behind, unfortunately. Meanwhile, the Shy, Jack's actually already a little bit ahead in the experience, so he's gonna get level 8, I think, off of this. IIT definitely going to have to play a bit more conservatively now. So with that in mind, though, first Dragon here with the Ocean in mind. After Echo goes for his clear in the bot lane, we'll probably be looking for it. Camille, though, still trying to be able to help out IIT as much as she can, knowing that she's super behind. Going to have to commit whether they want to be giving up this Dragon if she goes topside, I think, or look for a potential gank, but... Lucian with the bilge water, sending out, the W, trying to see if they can find members. A nice sidestep there. Going to go for the hook. I want to commit, and Camille is here for this. The ult landing. They're going to commit for the Nautilus. He's going to be taken out. The Echo, though, double buff is going to be dangerous here. IIT, though. The Q, Camille going to try to see what she can do here, but I don't think Zayn wanted to commit any further than that. The ult being also used, so... from Echo just to bait the Kaisa to continue on with that. It's going to be 2 turret plates. 3 possibly. 4 possibly, actually, I think. They want to keep with that. It's going to be a lot of kills coming across there for IU, unfortunately. Syndra looking like she wants to go for another all-in. That's going to be another outplay there from Redum there for IU. So, Shutdown Gold starting to come across. Syndra here with the 2-kill advantage in the 1v1, and then Lucian, I think, able to take almost all of those kills, I think, in that bot lane fight. Maybe only 2. But that's going to have him finish out the fork already. Mana Moon. Okay, oh, that's why it requires a Fairy Charm. Now I know. Kaisa going to have that as her first item now. And yeah, the gold lead, if we're taking a quick look, about 1,500 already in advantage for the ADC. 1,300 there for mid. And yeah, the biggest one, well, also a similar lead there with the Echo. So really the biggest difference here from the CS difference there for the Kaisa, but they still want to be looking like they want to fight. IIT's committing themselves, forcing out the Echo ult again early. They still, IIT, wanted to commit for these fights. And I don't know about that. I mean, Camille, you know, she's finishing up the top side at this point now. She's going to be just having to... They're still trying to push their advantage where they can. She's going to actually E over the wall to be trying to see if she can sneak off this Rift Herald. First Dragon going to be there, falling now with Echo. Going to finish off the Kraus. Camille might be able to... Well, should be able to do this solo. Just hoping that we don't have anybody roaming there for IU. So, hitting the 10-minute, a little bit past the 10-minute mark, stopwatch is going to be available. Victor, you know, in another 1v1 would have the ability to, like, maybe be able to negate Syndra ult damage with it if he's able to time it right. Rift Herald is going to be falling here in the 12-minute mark, going to be able to go over to Draco, maybe have some potential to look for a big push. The first tower already falling down, and IIT, unfortunately, walking into these malicious blind is going to just be continually feeding these kills there for Bloomington. The Shy with the CS advantage, though, is going to be committing a lot there, and as he flashes for the Jax, it's going to be responding as in kind, though. Victor, though, in a tight spot, unfortunately. Excuse me. Yeah, let's take a quick look at what happened in the bot lane. So, Lucian's going to be using his ult here. Takes the board to slow him down. He's not able to get the bush to get him over. I'm not sure if the angle was there or they were calling for maybe to just keep fighting with the Victor. Unfortunately, IU, with their coordination, able to make quick work with them. And as we saw here in the top lane, yeah, IIT Camille committing herself for it. She is going to not have the mana available actually to E out. Comes up now, she has it. She's going to be, I think, forcing the flash from the Echo. Going to be finally falling. But the Rift Herald going to be able to get a push, but no gold to be able to collect them from that because they weren't by the tower. So gets it down to about half, about 1,500 gold left. But yeah, unfortunately, a lot of these picks I'm seeing is IIT trying to go for these engages, appreciated, but not really. Forcing the Nautilus to flash out is going to cause him to delay it a little bit, but no more follow-up, unfortunately. IIT going to be giving that kill, too. getting that kill out. So, and we're quickly, unfortunately, Echo taking really a ton of control here. You know, Camille's so weak to the point that she has to rely on the rest of her team, or at least a 3 or 4 man for these kills, unfortunately. 15-3 now here for IU Bloomington. Jack's going to be starting to wail away. The Shy having to come all the way down to the bot lane to look for that assistance there inside the blue jungle. Camille finishing up her wolves here, but the Echo keeping ourselves with him. He's going to be standing in the tri-bush. Hopefully the Shy not looking like he wants to engage for that. However, going to be forcing out the flash early. They are looking to commit to this dive. Aatrox, Jax going to be flashing as well, forcing the Echo to flash, trying to get some of those outplays. But the one more tower shot would have done it, but the timing there is available. Braum already there. Might be walking into it. This is looking dangerous for Plu. He's going to be caught in between. No, Syndra's not there. So IT's got their work cut out for them. They've got a decent, they're significantly behind with about 10k. You know, we're starting to having to look at to the point of like whole item advantages in favor for these players. So, however, they're gonna try it. Syndra, Victor going to be using his ult, able to get that kill. That's another failed TP though. But Jax is going to be looking like he wants to commit himself for the 1v4. Kaisa going to be able to finally beat her to get a little bit of shutdown goal. 350 there going over to the Hawks. 150 going to the Hawks as well for Syndra and Jax respectively. Okay, so yeah, but in that meantime, all while those engages happening, another tier 2 turret here falling down for the Shy, and he's likely, you know, right now, their second strongest member, just behind in Kaisa in the gold, but even with those shutdown golds, still 3k, basically a full item behind. Yeah, Essence Reaver board. Ginsu's starting to finally be completed for the Kaisa. Even with that back, even with those kills, not able to actually complete that item, unfortunately. Infernal Dragon spawning in about 45 seconds now. IIT with only a little bit of vision to catch something out with, I think this is Portal's ward. Yeah, it is. Chickens. Chicken pizza. IU already making their way across into the river. Camille just finishing her ground. Hopefully does not get caught out without the lack of vision. Poor Braum already going to be making his daily rounds, pushing IIT all the way here up to here this tier 2. What will be the call here for the Hawks? I think they're going to have to give it away. They're just not in a position. They're not in a have absolutely no vision control. This Victor actually in a tight spot as well. He's going to finally be taken down by the 3-man situation, but that's going to leave Jax isolated as they know that. Jax with the ward hop available, I think, but will they commit? They do see it. Camille has her E available. She is going to be landing it onto Jax, but the Syndra there now with the 2-man knockup. Not going to be committing anymore though. So that'll just be Plu falling there into the 1v3 situation, letting IU take control here with these Infernals. And the gap continues to widen here with the 12k lead now in favor for IU. So IIT definitely going to have to cut their losses. A little bit of a... I'm praying to God that was lag, or they just weren't respecting, but yeah, IU taking every advantage that they can, and IIT looking pretty worse for wear. Very sloppy playing, I think, here from the Hawks there, as they were, you know, lacking the control vision here for anything. You know, not able to see that the Echo's there. Maybe miscalculating the Syndra E damage, but we saw it here earlier when they thought that they could commit for the Jackson that 1v3, 2v4 situation. Yeah, Syndra is deadly right now with that Ludens, and Blue going to be taken off again. Yeah, IIT just not having the coordination with their members to commit for these fights. It's going to be 2 members. That damage, not even finishing off with the Braum passive, is going to take her so low. IIT though committing so hard for this. Lucian's going to barely make it. The stun not going to land on the Kaiser, going to force her to flash out, but she's going to walk right into a Syndra Q. And that's your KDA skin. Pay to win. Looking like they're wanting to close out this game though. IU with already 1 inhibitor falling, taking us to this game past the before the 20-minute mark. Unfortunately, Camille, Blue struggling. A couple of kills taken away early in that early game just led let IU to consistently take that advantage because they're forcing themselves for this last fight, but I think that's just preemptive at any case, and that'll be game 1. GG's to IU Bloomington. Alrighty. Alright, taking ourselves back to the lobby here. That'll be game 1 going there in favor for IU. Yeah, let's take a quick glance at those damage charts. I'm pretty sure it just dominated with Lucian, unfortunately. Actually, most from the Jax. Okay. Yeah, Kaiser tried. And Camille, unfortunately, I think a lot of the attempts that she did. So being at that deficit with the dying in the first blood, right, at the near the Rift Herald, and then I think going for enemy red buff without team assistance also was kind of were the critical, I think, mistakes. So IIT, if they're looking to want to be improving for game 2, they've got to be able to get themselves ready to keep control of division. But unfortunately, I think they've already started their champ select, so I can't actually watch. Lol. Forgot to invite. Oh well. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I'll be actually able to get invited for the second game because these lobbies are closed. So it's all good. I'm gonna just say, yeah, I think I'll have to cut the stream, unfortunately, just because, yeah, yeah, it's gonna be, unfortunately, yeah, the rank disparity, for IU being just too high for the Hawks to be able to control in that early game. A couple of the team plays we saw, a couple of their fights that they tried to take to the bot lane, Camille coming down for that 3-man gank. It's just, even when they're committing those resources, there's IU still being able to pull away with a couple of those kills is too difficult for IIT to manage in that with that rank disparity, I think. But yeah, I won't actually be able to spectate game 2, unfortunately. I think it's just due to the delay. 3 minutes on top is they don't want to wait up for it. So I'm gonna have to actually end the stream preemptively. So apologies for that. We'll try to make sure that for future games, we can still tune in. But yeah, 1-0 currently for IU with their advantage. But I don't think that IIT, unless they pull off a miracle win, will be able to get away with that, with taking any more games from IU. So this will likely be a 2-0. But rough start, I guess, for the first week for Division 2. But hopefully, as the season keeps going, we'll hopefully be able to broadcast some wins for the team. So with that, I'll probably just take us offline. Thanks for watching, everyone.